Hey Starshines, how are you today? Here we are, very gloomy Monday morning, the 20th of October, and yeah, not much to say about this. However, I do have our card for the week, and this might cheer us all up. Now, as you know, all the way through October, our cards are come from the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. These are the cards that I'm using every week all the way through October. And today's card is Focus. Focus. Okay, so the card meaning from the guidebook, it says, think about what you want, not what you don't want. Guard your thoughts carefully because they create your experiences. Guard your thoughts carefully because they create your experiences. Okay, so it's glooming. I've already said that. But what about, wouldn't it be nice if it was a sunny day? I can't quite turn that one around, but we are being encouraged this week to focus on what we do want and not concentrate on what we don't want. Now, quite often, we talk about, we complain, don't we? We complain. We talk about all the stuff that's going wrong and it's all down and it's all not very good. That's what we tend to talk about because it's real, and what we want is not always real. And so we want to speak the truth. But I think when we talk about what we want, we can afford to dream a little. When we're talking about what we want, but we've already said what we want or how we wish it to be, I'd love it if, then because that steps us out of perhaps the reality, it's not considered really lying, it's dreaming, it's wishing, it's hoping, it's wanting for something more. So, when we talk about, well, that's not real, it isn't. But how would we prefer it to be? Do we want to stay in the reality of a gloomy Monday morning? Or am I okay to talk about, oh, I'd love it if there was a nice sunny sunshine going on today? So when we focus on what we want, then it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, right? So what do you want? And are you talking about what you want? Or are you stuck in the reality of not quite what you want it to be? So this week we are very much asked to focus on what do we want. And before we say any statement, we can just think, there's a split second where we can think, is this going to be helpful? Is this what I want? Am I wanting to call this in? And you have to make that decision. Or if you start talking before you've gone through that split second process, just stop. Just say, but I'd really love it to be like this instead. You're allowed to change your mind halfway through your sentence and just go, but what I really want is, does that make sense? Yeah. You can stop and just say, but wouldn't it be good if, and explain yourself from there? I think this is a really fun thing to do. And there is I think also there's a sentence in the guidebook too about if you don't feel that you can concentrate on this, there's an affirmation that is written in here, and it says, I am now able to focus my mind at will. I hold only loving thoughts, and my angels act as gatekeepers in establishing a steady stream of thoughts of love. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I am now able to focus my mind at will. I hold only loving thoughts, and my angels act as gatekeepers in establishing a steady stream of thoughts of love. Say that lots of times. If you don't believe that you can hold on to that split second and change where you're going, hold on to that instead. Cool. All right then. I shall see you next week. Much love. Many, many blessings. We do have a new moon tomorrow, don't we? So I'll be doing the new moon cards on the Facebook group. But anyway, I shall see you next week. Much love. See you then. Angel blessings. Bye.